just made it. Glad some people showed up today. Want to say hi to everybody. I'm Randall Wall. Commercial artist, I guess you'd call me. Anybody that's out there, you want to pipe up and give me a hi so I know there's someone there? It's 12:30 on the dot. I'm probably early. How's it going, drawn and plastered? So I'm running two devices here. Oh, understandable, understandable. Yeah, so I'm using my phone for the camera, and I'm using an iPad for typing, and we're going to see how that works. Oh, I guess I don't have to type, but it's for reading the comments if they ever come. Come on, I know there's somebody out there. Ask me something. White socks today. White socks. Hey, Riley. What are you doing today? Hope you're being creative. That's my son, Riley. He's pretty smart with electronics. Oh, behind me? Basically, this shelf here is my samples. I guess you call them souvenirs or portfolio bits and pieces of different projects I've done sculpting and packaging for. So I keep that all in here. I have more toys out in the toy room, but this is my little cubicle in here in the basement here. And yeah, I keep this stuff here that's part of my portfolio. And yeah, it's got my sculptures from some toys, and some of them are sculptures and some of them are the wax copies that you get back from China. A lot of this was done before 3D printing was in-house. It would have been great to have one of those 10 years ago. Might have saved a little bit of time. I should put music on. I'm going to have a coffee. Who else is having coffee out there on a Sunday morning? Okay, I don't see this iPad working. Allison, if you're out there watching on your phone, this thing's unresponsive. Oh, here she comes. Hey, Steve, what's up? Another Canadian there. He's a toy guy. He's got some pretty cool stuff going. What's happening today? Am I yelling?
I can't play it.
You can't play it? I can see them right here. I don't think I need this. Oh, there I am. Missing comments. Can I comment on my own thing? Hey, Laverne, what's up? Is this the real Laverne? Come on. Give me a sign. Oh, there's Bob Hole. He's having a drink. It's pretty early, isn't it, Bob? Or are you just warming up for Halloween? Oh, you're off the Java. Steve's quitting coffee. Giving you the shakes. It's good. It's good. This is only my second today, so it was a busy morning to get back from church and, you know, get out of my suit and stuff. Awesome. Laverne, Laverne there, if everybody sees him, he's an excellent comic book artist. He's been in the business and changed the industry. So, and he gave me a break years ago. So he's a great guy. Everybody say hi to Laverne. Oh, right now? Well, probably all of October has been Halloween. Aw, allergic to caffeine. Yeah. Yeah, I've been getting stuff ready for Halloween, actually. All October, I don't take anything because I know I'm going to be busy. And basically did some paintings and did some one-of-a-kind toys and stuff for prizes for the party this year. Before that, I've been doing a lot of custom packaging and custom stuff for toy collectors, for full-grown adults collecting, yes, toys. And some of them want specific things that they can't seem to get, so I'll make them for them. Come on, Laverne. I remember painting with those very expensive paints in the basement there. You taught me how to do it, so. Oh, Sandra's working on her costume. Fantastic, Sandra. You always have a good one. You always got a good one. Geez, I should plug the Halloween party. No, well, I guess self-taught. No, I don't think so. Well, I always drew when I was a kid. Used to copy the cartoons out of the newspapers and stuff. And then, fell in love with horror magazines and stuff. And that sort of motivated me to draw more. And then discovered that you could actually be an artist if you put your mind to it, and took some commercial art classes and got through that and got a job, and that's about it. And as far as painting and and sculpting, I just learned that along the way. I was always really good with plasticine when I was a kid, and when I got asked, somebody at my first toy thing was, can you sculpt a dinosaur head? Well, I always learn when the freelance, you just say yes, right? You don't say, oh, I don't know, maybe I can get some tips. No, if you can't do it, you just do it, and then and that's that. And you're just doing it, and you'll learn how to do it. That's how it goes. What was your first comic books? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably Mad Magazine. My mom bought me Mad Magazine before I could even read. She used to buy those true romance magazines and stuff, and she'd always grab me a Mad. And she'd always grab me a Mad from the store, and I can remember even before I could even understand the movies and stuff, I'd be reading those little cartoons along the Sergio Aragon's little ones along the borders and in the margins. And then just learn to love the fantastic artists in there, like Mort Drucker, etc. I mean, there's some great guys there, and there still is. I still get that thing. I got to have a subscription to it, so it's a different magazine, but it's still really the same thing. There's some good stuff there. Cracked, the knockoff. I got some of those old ones, but they didn't stand the test of time, did they? Where are they now? Mad's still out there. Yeah, I guess so. So I don't know. After the Mad magazines, I think before I was reading comics, we used to have a little corner store that had racks of those awful magazines, formatted horror magazines, and most of them were awful. You get somebody in the front page going through a bandsaw, but there were some good ones. And when I discovered the Creepies and the Vampirillas, I pretty much read all of those things and still have quite a pile of them. But yeah, those were very influential. Slurp. Cheers. My sister's trying to phone me right now. She forgot about this, I think. Creepy and Eerie, yes. Excellent. Those Warren publications. They had a pile of them. But those were the cream of the crop. They'd always have, Frazetta covers on them. And oh, favorite toys. Well, I still have those toys. First artist I really noticed. Skill-wise, I think probably Jack Davis. But probably noticed the first thing was the guy that used to draw High and Lowest, because I remember drawing those when I was, 5 years old out of the newspapers. So I can't remember that fellow's name, but anybody know who did that, High and Lowest? I think he did Beetle Bailey also. Come on, let's hear some questions here. Bob, you got all your Halloween stuff ready? You got 2 packages here now. Oh, drawing, painting, or sculpting. Well, you know what? All of those things are just so fantastic to do. Sometimes if you have to do something, the drawing part is the hard part. But if you're sitting and talking on the phone and you're bored, then the drawing part is pretty easy. But I'm really enjoying painting these days. Sculpting, there's got to be a reason to do it. So, Mort Walker, yes, Mort Walker for sure. That's the guy. Thanks, Pam. For sure. Lots of those noses look like they're drawn with templates. But yeah, I can copy that. You know, I was drawing that when I was a little guy on the Etch-a-Sketch. But how about that Jack Davis? Oh my goodness. Go check him out if you haven't seen that. And Mort Drucker. Those old guys from Mad really knew what they were doing. Yeah, dream job. That's perfect. That's a perfect description because I'm really, really thinning out on getting picky on what I want to do. And, you know, I just finished some branding for somebody, but that's basically because I knew them. And then back to doing fun stuff that I want to do. And then as I'm doing that fun stuff, I come up with prototypes and I end up selling those to the toy guys. So it's, you know, and that pays for it. So that's been fun. What are my biggest inspirations? Biggest inspirations? You mean as an artist? Yeah, Jack the Master. For sure, he was an inspiration. I don't know. My parents were always behind me. They said go for it. They always encouraged drawing and got me creative things to do when I was a kid. So then, I guess, number one. Big inspirations. Yeah, Heavy Metal magazine. That was a big changer for me. Yeah, ask a question, Bob. Don't be shy. Everybody say hi to Bob Hole. He lives in La La Land, or I mean Bermuda. So if you've got any Bermuda Triangle questions or anything UFO topic, you just ask him. Oh, collaborate with others. I collaborate with others. I play well. Oh, yes, Laverne, you're right. Mobius, for sure. I mean, those guys taught me how to draw. Do you like Wally Wood? Of course, he's fantastic. He's an old master, and he was also in the early Mads. But wow, some of those guys could just draw a range of making their art look cartoony, just like Wally Wood's. I mean, look at that classic shot of inside the capsule of the spaceship, and he's got all. I mean, it's been knocked off so many times on, you know, the underground magazines and stuff. For sure, Wally Wood. I mean, the guy was an excellent artist. You know, I don't know if everybody knows who he is. He needs the cred, that's for sure, because he was a guy to look up to if you want to learn how to do lighting and stuff, and he can do it all in black and white without color. Yeah, Frank Frazetta for sure. Like I said, those early creepies and stuff were Frazetta covers, and you know, and you got great guys inside there drawing. I don't think they were making too much money, but most of them were from, you know, the Philippines or Mexico or something. But awesome artwork. Hey, Randall, what would be your best marketing approach? Cold calls, friends, emails, art shows. Well, I pretty much hate all those there, Tim. Let's see, marketing approach. Cold calls, you know what? I did that when I did that for a while. I just don't do that. Friends, for sure. Email. Art shows, you know what? I've sold a few paintings at art shows. I have to say, well, probably not at the art shows. What seems to happen is you go set it all up, you put some paintings up, nobody buys nothing, you go home depressed, and then all of a sudden then you get a call 2 days later and you sell some paintings. So that's pretty fun. No, 12 perfected panels. I'd like to see those 12 perfected panels. What is it? Looking down, long, three short, one open, or one tall one, nothing, tall one, long one, and then 3 across the bottom. Don't keep me guessing. Hey, Ann, Steven. Upon what toy line would you have liked to work? Oh, Mattel. Imagine that. Imagine being at that place. Probably be a living hell, but you never find out those things till you're actually doing it. But that'd be pretty cool. I only work for some little guys. But this is all stuff from the toy industry that I've worked on. I don't know if you can see any stuff on the rack here, Ad, but And the toy guy too. I'm sure he sees some of my custom stuff that I do for the toy guys. Believe me, there's guys out there that buy boxes and stuff. So any of you artists, there must be some young artists out there looking for some tips. Tim, you don't need any problems. I see you selling stuff, but your paintings are awesome. Tim Wall there, everybody probably thinks he's related, but he's not related to me. He's just an old friend from Brandon. And he's quite an excellent digital artist. I'd really like to sit and watch him do how he does his things, but go check him out one of these days. He's awesome. What companies have you worked with? Oh, geez, Laverne. Oh, drawn and plastered. Oh, I've just worked with so many companies. Like toys like Earthlore and Action Products and Poof Slinky. They're the ones that own Slinky, and they ended up buying a bunch of, I guess you'd say, the old logo things like Skittles, and you see Skittles in the original box and stuff. They do that kind of stuff. Oh, geez, I've done my clothing days. I worked for everybody. That got to be a little bit of a problem, but all is well. What's that? Groove, okay, do you ever use software like Manga Studio? Hey, Groove Latart, I see you there. Tate, how do you say that? It's French. That's fanciful. I don't use Manga Studio. No, I'm not. Geez, if I was going to do manga, I think I would just sit down and draw it on paper. I mean, that's how everything I do starts, with a piece of paper and a pencil. Manga Studio, though, I think I've seen stuff like that. I do use some software. I mean, I use Photoshop, of course, and for some of those crazy toy paintings I'll use Bryce 3D and build an environment in the background, and then that kind of stuff. Oh, Laverne sent me a picture. Oh, there's those 12 panels. Beauty. Thanks, Laverne. I'm saving that. How do you use a tablet? I don't know. I've got one sitting in front of me, and I'm on my phone, so you're asking the wrong guy. I haven't actually been on Facebook on the computer. I do everything on my phone, except I use my computer for work, and that's pretty much it. 22 panels. How do you keep your inspiration and motivation going? Oh, man, Steve, it's everywhere. Just turn the TV on for 5 seconds, you'll just be bombarded. There's just so much stuff to be taking in all the time. If I wasn't doing something always, I'd be going crazy. I don't know what I'd be doing. I got to be making something. Even if I don't have a paying project, I'm moving ahead and sometimes doing 3 things at once. So like I said, I just finished a branding package last week, but that was in the middle of getting ready for Halloween, and I'm making a helmet and blah, blah, blah. And the band, I'm in a band also, and it gets, we play at a couple places at Halloween, one place here and another place at the barn party. Hey, if anybody from the band is watching there, say hi so I know you're breathing. And yeah, so that's taken up a lot of time, etc. Wacom is the most popular, but Chink is the new way to go. I don't know. I got a little pad here too, but it's not a Wacom pad. It is Janus or something. I don't often use it. I probably should be updating, but I still, I just like that tactile. Open up a pad and a pencil. There's no pressure, I watch Todd McFarlane on there. He's got a live feed every once in a while, and he's on there drawing on the tablet, or it looks like he's drawing right on the screen, which is pretty cool. Oh, thanks, Tim. Just learning. Never had a lesson. I got everybody fooled. They think I can play the piano. Hey, Rick. So what are you doing, Tim? Geez, I wish I could see this on this laptop, on this tablet. What if we go back here? Grove, if you figure out how to use that tablet, let me know. It's got to be... Oh, see, it's lagging. I'm looking at it on the thing below me here, and it's like... later. Okay, well, that's not going to work for me. I'm just going to read them right here. I don't even know how to say that word without sounding racist. Who else is out there? It's a tough room. Whew, it's a tough room. You guys want to see toys or what? Should I walk around with it and just give you a tour or what? I want to see some thumbs going across there. Don't I see thumbs up when somebody said, there's some people there? Like, how many people are here? Is there any way of knowing that, Drawn Plastered? Yeah, show us some toys. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is all the stuff that I've been working on. Starts up here, and some of these are the original sculptures, and some of these are, don't mind the dust, I haven't dusted for Halloween yet, but some of these are the finished product, like this thing here, this wall-walking robot. He sticks on the wall. I did a couple of those. And here's some of these paper kits that I'm selling, and they're just basically made out of cardstock, and you cut and glue them together, and you make these things. They got lights in them for your figures. They come in a couple of variety of sizes. These things here, this is interesting because these are the original sculptures, and then the wax thing back from China, which really sucked, and they ended up sending back a better one. And then the finished toys and the packages I got the whole series of those down there. And what else? Oh yeah, the Lost World stuff for Jurassic Park, and that was through Exploratory. They're like a museum toy company along the lines of Action Products. Anybody from Action Products, old Action Products out there? Randall Lutenberg, you out there today? Told you to come and have a look. So, yeah, these are all, so this is all the stuff I've been working on. And this is a little quick look around my room in here, some paintings and stuff that I'm working on. I'm working on some models and some old paintings. I still got some alien stuff. I don't know if you know, but I'm a ufologist, I guess. Okay, let's go out here. Oh, here's all this crap here. I got Shrunken Head in a jar and some yucky things in containers and stuff. And it's not Halloween yet. So, this is the toy room out here. Somebody was saying, what's my old favorite toy? It's probably this one here, Major Matt Mason. This stuff came out like 1966 or something, lasted a couple years. Basically, little rubber guys with wires in them. And all these cool things that light up and run on batteries and the big double Ds. Batteries, that is. Double Ds. Okay, there's my pianos and stuff over there. And I got some little kind of Star Wars nuts. And I like helmets. And I like Pee-wee. And I got a pinball machine. And I got that from, if anybody remembers, Charlie from that restaurant. Tubby's restaurant. Yeah. That was in the Chip and Pepper days. And he was all hot for the bubble jacket. So I traded him a jacket for this machine. And so here's all my Joes and junk. So yeah, guys are ordering stuff for these Joes. Like, been making these things, if you remember that robot from the movie, Silent Running. And then I just branded out with the G.I. Joe logo on her there. Oh, and I got some Thunderbird stuff. Thunderbirds are always go here. Always. Okay, not always. Yeah, always. There we go. It's had a little bit of an avalanche. So that's those toys there, and I got some little Joes too, and I got some Pops. I like the Pops. I got a couple Pops, and then for the last 5 years, that's all I get for Christmas. Everybody just, well, what are we gonna get them? Pop. Talk about licensing geniuses. Is there anything they haven't done yet? I'd like to see that licensing team, man. Those guys know what they're doing. Of course, it's ruining the art vinyl market, if you ask me. I mean, the art toy thing, I have big love for that, but the love is dying, you know? What about Dunnies? And remember Dunnies? Okay, let's see here. I can't see what did I miss? Supercar. I don't have Supercar. I got Thunderbirds and I got Captain Scarlet and Stingray, UFO, Space 1999. Yeah, supercar. There's some cool stuff on the internet about it, though. There's a guy out there that makes these puppets. They're astounding. They're identical to the original puppets, and well, some of these guys take it to the limit. Yeah, Fireball XL5. You see the one hanging out there? Try to buy one of those vinyl kits. They're expensive. I just made mine out of paper or cardboard. Thanks, John. I guess that's Holly. Thanks, Holly. Creative mental blocks. No, I don't really get mental blocks. Sometimes too much going on. You know, sleep deprivation. I went for years, just like in the early years of freelancing and stuff, where there wasn't a lot of sleep, right? So I was working all day and working for Chip and Pepper all night, or anybody else that would hire me. And yeah, so I got sort of used to that 5 hours. So I don't sleep all that well. So sometimes I take a sleeping aid to get a good night's sleep. But yeah, the mental blocks, it's more of a lazy block than anything there, Holly. Allie, what are we having for supper? You're supposed to type it in so I can see. Did I lag? No. There's a thumb. Sweet. Okay, come on. Let's some more questions out there. Isn't there any artists out there that want to know how to make green from yellow and blue or something? I can't hear the music anymore. We have Alexa in the house here, and she's difficult sometimes. Do you have a favorite animal to draw? Ooh. Favorite animal to draw. I think I'm going through a gorilla thing right now. Ooh, Laverne, I'm hoping you can tell me that. Coming winter months, my big project is to get out of here. I want to go to Mexico or someplace again. While we go to Mexico, I would like to go to Thailand. I do have Planet of the Apes stuff. Hey, Corey. Yeah, I got a Planet of the Apes. You know what? I've got one in a box, and I think it's like got the old... That's that G.I. Joe that came out in the 90s with the big arms and the big hands. It's got that kind of a body on it. It's made by Hasbro, and I think it is Dr. Zaius in a box. And I've got some old models too. The old Aurora, Planet of the Apes models. How'd you break into? Oh my God, they're hot and heavy here. Hold on. Back. How'd you break into the industry, clothing as well as toys? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Well, basically, how I got into the industries for the clothing. The clothing was weird. I was working at a place downtown, and it was sort of connected to the clothing business because we did cresting. But I used to be in a sandcastle contest with these other great artists, and we used to win every year. And one year we were on the beach, and I was carving somebody came up and asked me, he said, "Hey, what's going on? Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, we do clothes. Give me your number." And so, yeah, that was Chip. And I hooked up with Chip like a week later, and he would come over after work at about 9 o'clock at night and give me some give me some ideas, and him and me would bounce things off, and then I would, like I said, stay up all night and draw them so he could pre-screen them in the day. But that went on for quite some time, and I was sort of freelancing for him, and then his stuff started getting pretty hot and selling, and then next thing you know, I was getting calls from other clothing places. So I ended up kind of just working for a whole pile of people until Chip actually hired me full-time and gave me what I deserved, and which was great. And so I got into that. I did clothing like that, and then eventually Bum Equipment bought out Chip and Pepper, and we all moved to LA. So that was the clothing. And then the toys, basically got into that. Some local guys around here had a great idea for a toy, and asked me if I could do some dinosaur sculptures, which I did, and it was called Dig a Dinosaurs, where you put these heads in sound like kids' blocks of glue sand, basically, with a sculpture in the middle of it. And well, they were flying off the shelves, and that started that. And next thing you know, we were doing Jurassic Park licenses and stuff like that, and just branched out from there. And eventually, they got bought out and got me to do a whole pile of other cool stuff with, with sea monkeys and all kinds of stuff. Okay, what else we got here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's a link to his current page. Hey, everybody see there's Timmy's shit. There, stuff. Go check it out. Do you have any artist weakness? Any artist weakness, if only in your mind? And what do you do to overcome them? Yes. Yes, yes. Drawing horses. Brutal. I gotta have reference for that. I recommend reference. I mean, if you're going to draw a horse and you don't know how exactly to draw a horse, get some photographs of horses and just practice it. At one time I couldn't draw people. I could only draw cars, like cartoon cars with the big tires and stuff. That's all I could do. And then I just said, enough of that. I can't draw any people. And I just started, that's all I did, just draw people. And that'll get you going there. Favorite Silver Age artist? Silver Age artist. Ooh, I don't know, like Bob Kane or something, maybe? No, did I always want to design toys? I don't think so. Well, I guess maybe when you're sitting and a little kid playing with Lego, you're designing toys. Since you work obviously and cannot stop, to stop motion animation, your bizarre imagination and sculpting abilities could come together to create something awesome. Oh, like plasticine animation? Done some of that stuff in the past, and I just, I don't know. How do you get time to do all the stuff you wanted? I still have things on my bucket list that I want to get done. I still want to get this story for heavy metal done. But yeah, I'd need some help with that animation, though. If you want, anybody that knows, I don't even know if they shoot it like that anymore. It's probably all done digital now, I would say. Oh, challenges? Well, as a commercial artist, I don't know. Any artists out there know if you're trying to make a living at it, it can be pretty rough at times. Sometimes you got piles of money, and sometimes you don't got nothing. So that's something that you have to accept, and not everybody's gonna like everything you do. So, and I'm not saying I'm any great artist. I think just keep at it. Challenges, I guess. At one point, it got to the point where you're gonna learn how to use the computer, Photoshop, and all this stuff, or you're gonna die. So, with friends, computer geeks, they showed me how to get through it. Oh yeah. Let's Drawn Plaster. Put a link up so we can see some of that stuff. That sounds great. I love it. Who doesn't love Gumby? Come on. Yeah, ramen noodles. That's 98 cents. You can cut up some click, right? Here's what a bachelor cousin told me. You get one of those click or spams, right? Cut it into like quarter slices. I know this is sounding like roadkill, but you cut it into little slices and you put it in a frying pan. It caramelizes itself. Hey. Yeah, high resolution photographs. That's a good idea. I just need any kind of photograph. If I'm going to draw a horse, give me a photograph of a horse running or something, and not a problem. I can look and draw. Speaking of roadkills, please tell us about your writing. Okay, so the roadkill book, I never actually wrote it. I was just the illustrator on that, but it was me and another fellow that I knew that we teamed up on it. He had some other products out there before that, like the cocksure lure and some other wacky things. And he came to me one day with this idea of eating animals at the highway, and it was triggered by a write-up in the paper about some lady who was eating roadkill off the road somewhere here in Manitoba. And it was quite a long, creepy story about it. But he said, well, let's try some. So, seriously, I think he wrote them on the weekend and then came to me, and then I did them on my summer holidays, like in a week or something. It's brutal. It's brutal, and I never thought anybody even see it. But next thing you know, it went nuts. It went on the newswire because it was so crazy, and man, it's kind of hard to shake that roadkill artist thing. But I've learned to love it now. If you need a recipe or anything like that, you just let me know. I'll draw it for you. But anybody that doesn't have a roadkill book, they should start looking around because they're still out there. I noticed. I looked for some on eBay, and they're around. You can still get one. But it looks like there's a couple of there's a few different printings. There was they did like 40,000 in Canada, and then it went to the States, and then they were printed in Texas. The printer here went. I won't go into that, but there was problems with the printer here and publishing and all that. So, but yeah, that's that. Yeah, check her out. There's Dale Kirk. Dale Kirk, if you're out there, you better go to the drawn and plaster thing. Rewarding project in your professional career. Rewarding? I don't know. I'm never really happy with, it never turns out the way you want it. So I'm not really always pleased with everything that I do, but rewarding wise, I don't know. I get a lot of reward of just doing paintings with no pressure of anybody wanting them, or they have to go somewhere, or they're for somebody and they have to, meet some kind of standard. It's fun just to sit back and do something that doesn't matter. I've been commercial artist all my life. I've had plenty of it, so it's fun to be able to just take some time and do some stuff that I'm enjoy doing. I've got some more plans to do some more sculpting and stuff, and I bought a whole bunch of new materials that I want to try working with. So in the future, I'll post that stuff when you see it coming up. I've got a Sculpey over here that I started a couple of years ago. It's not done, and it's about he's a figure. He's about 18 inches tall. It's all in white. You can't see it back there, but I'd like to get that thing finished. Rewarding. I don't know. Had a lot of fun in the chip and pepper days. I can tell you that. That was pretty rewarding. Lots of fun. Midnight flights and all that kind of stuff. Future projects. Oh. I got a couple of things coming, but I can't really talk about them right now. I am working on a kind of a thing that we teamed up a couple of years ago. I had a lunch with Laverne Kostrinsky, and we were kicking over this story that he'd come up with, and I probably got about 10 pages of sketches for that, and I'd like to sort of get that finished off, and I don't know what. See if we can get it published somewhere. It's a pretty good concept. I hope it's not been too much. Now, I hope it hasn't been too many stuff like that. I won't tell you what the idea of it is, but we'll keep that a secret. But financially rewarding. Oh, chip and pepper, Laverne. But I've done some pretty good freelancing too. So sometimes you can just get a good hit, but like I said, then you'll have all this money, you pay up all your bills, right? And then you can start all over again. But chip and pepper, that gave me lots of money. The roadkill book was a big help because that was the very beginning of my career, and that money got me out of an apartment and into, with my family, and into a house, and able to set up a studio and cross influence you. Oh, of course, yes. Well, the music, in the old days, you used to get a record and it had an album cover, something you could sit and stare at while you're listening to the music, and that's always been inspirational. So I think there's a connection there. I listened to a lot of Yes, and Roger Dean taught me how to airbrush just by looking at his stuff. A work of art is, oh, good one, Tim. There's also another one is know when to fold them. Sometimes you see this art that's just, maybe it's just me or whatever, but they've gone too far. Sometimes you just gotta pull the pin and say this is what it is. Oh, current trends or paving. Well, I like to do new, fresh stuff. Sometimes I get asked to do like boxes for toys that already exist that people can't get, and they want me to do a copy of it, but I would much rather just make something completely up from scratch. But you know, it is always based on trends. I love pop culture and I like to keep up on things. Look at this technology. I didn't, actually didn't even have to get dressed today. I could have came down in my house coat. I'm having coffee. I should have had my bacon and eggs down here. But I was up early. I was excited about this, so. And I got band right after, so it's all good. Any band members out there watching? Yeah, hoping you can get it right. That's the problem, is sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes somebody else has to come in and go, this is fine or this sucks. It's hard to tell. Ooh. Oh, What's one thing you know now you wish you'd known starting out? How fun it is. Can you imagine being a stenographer or something every day? And the smoking, yeah. Wish I knew how bad smoking was for you. That one sucks. Come on, any questions out there? Where's those band members? I thought somebody was going to be there today. Okay, there, love, boom. Hey, Barb, what's going on? Getting ready for Halloween? Say hi to Barb, everybody. She's awesome. They always have great costumes at the Halloween party. Her and her crew. Yeah, we're pretty hyped up for Halloween. It's pretty heavy here. It's pretty heavy, Pee-wee. Oh my God, 15 minutes? Is that all? Hi, Sandra. Come on, everybody say hi. Who's your favorite medium of work? What's your favorite medium to work with? Oh, I love that Super Sculpey. Anybody's doing any crafting or anything? Try that stuff. You can sculpt and add to it and cook it and add more. Yes, go to www.thescreamatorium.com for some outdated photographs and unupdated website information. Anybody out there know how to make websites? I need some young guy that knows how to do it. Hey, Corey. What's going on? Bob Hole just got bit by a turtle. Oh, the troubles of living in Bermuda. Bob, we had snow the other day. And I had to set up the tent, that kitchen tent by myself. You should have seen me. It looked like I got hit by a truck afterwards. Okay, I don't understand that question. What about girl? That's my industry. Girls? Oh, I think you got a good shot. I think that's Holly Halftone acting there as Drawn and Placid. You guys should go check her out. She's quite a great artist, too. Does Winnipeg help inspire any of your work? Well, it has in the case where I had to draw some scenes of wicked world end winter and some scenes and, like post-nuke winter scenes. Just had to look out my back door and down my back lane, and that's all. So, yeah, I guess there's some inspiring things here in Winnipeg. I did a painting of the bridge downtown, the new bridge with the wires on it. That was inspiring. I like my city. I wish the streets were a little better. It's pretty embarrassing when people come from out of town and they have to drive four-wheel drive trucks through here. I don't think Manitoba has a lot of money to get things fixed. Yes, girls or guys for web design. Any young guys out there or young girls that can please help me with some technology. I've got like websites galore. I mean, just run a search for me for Mad Randall. But there's no really one great website where you can just go see all my samples and stuff. And it's too overwhelming for me. I'm getting old. Yeah. Do my kids make art and love toys? Yes, all my kids are very creative. And I'm trying to get them into the toys, you know, and I've saved or hoarded, some would say, their toys also so I could pass them on. But until they get a shelf set up, they're not getting them. Riley, did you get your shelf set up? There's a whole pile of crap here for you to take home. Come on, some more art questions. Can I describe my design process? Ooh, well, you know what's different? It's different if I'm working for somebody, if it's a project that's a freelance job for somebody. The design process, probably wait to the last, you know what? Think about it in my head for a week. And then at the last minute, throw it together, and usually perfect. In a nutshell. Hey, look at all those hearts coming up. Who is all that? Say hi, everybody. Who's out there? Am I yelling? Skynet's watching. What about the toy guys? Any toy guys out there? Oh, young artists, advice for young artists. Definitely. Definitely. You know what? I had a lot of students coming through. When I had a studio downtown, I hired some students. And it was pretty hard to find students with strong drawing abilities. Yeah, anybody can go and take one of these commercial art courses, and it's a good thing to know how to lay stuff out on a page that looks right and flow, etc. But let's get back to some basic pencil drawing. Go grab some HB pencils. Don't splurge. Get dollar ones. And, do some drawing there. And if you're trying to make a career out of it and you want to freelance, just keep at it. Keep at it. Lots of content. Check out some of my websites. I can't believe I did all that, because it's just over the years, it piles up. So yeah, keep at it. There's been lots of times where you want to give up and you're tired of starving and everything, but what's the alternative? 7-Eleven? So, or better, but keep going. I suggest keep working hard. Riley, how come you don't have he doesn't have a shelf up, you guys? Should I be okay, there's a good question for everybody. Should I be releasing vintage toys to somebody that is just going to keep them in a box? Or do I hoard them here in the garage? Hey Marley, how you doing today? Hope you're having a good one. What are you doing? Marley's pretty creative. What have you been making? Skynet loves me, of course. Okay, Tim did his own website. He can show you a very good program. Programs. You know what? That's how all mine were made, with programs, and I find them hard to edit. If there's something that would be easier to edit, and I could put all my stuff up there instead of being hosted at another place on a cloud or something. For sure, make lots of mistakes. That's a learning process. And like I said, no job too big, no fee too big. You never say you can't do it. If somebody says you know how to do a 20-foot sculpture out of foam, you go, yes, of course. And then you go home and find out how to do it. Hoard them. I say hoard. I still got Ghostbusters I'd like to send over to Nigel's place, but get a shelf set up. What's that, $10? And then you can have your $300 worth of Ghostbusters. I could open up my shelves and get some more room here. I'm trying to clear out toys here. I'm getting buried alive. Won't someone help? Okay, I think it's down to 9 minutes. Look at all the questions coming in. I can't keep up to... Oh, that's somebody else's thing. I'm watching 2 feeds here. Okay, someone's getting a lot of questions. Looking good, baby. Hi, sweetie. Great breakfast today. She made me bacon and eggs. I'm just a champ. I'm a superstar today. And then after this, I'm going to band practice to play with a bunch of other superstars. I'm with the South Side, and I think for the Halloween party, we're going to be the South Side Sinners. And it's a group of girls and boys that are just phenomenal. I got them all fooled. Hey, you got a good point there, Corey. Hear that? You see Riley? Oh my goodness! You've been trying to get on all this time? Why don't you just come and get this thing? I don't know how to work it. Okay, this is the iPad, and I'm an Android guy, so everything you know about this technology is completely backwards on this thing. Oh, my Halloween costume this year? Here, I'll give you a hint. If you don't know who that is, then you're not from Winnipeg. Hey, there's my sister. Hey, sweetie. There's my sister. See, Darlene M. McCrae. That's my adorable, darling sister. She lives in Brandon. Say hi to my sister, you guys. How do you decide what work to work on? Well, Riley, when I'm really starving, then I do the stuff I don't want to do. And when I'm not starving, I just do the stuff I want. Paul Williams is in town. We know, Paulie, we're going to see him. Paul Williams is in town. We're going to that Phantom thing. We got tickets already. Yes, Paul. We met him years ago. Seriously, he's got I don't know how he plays the piano. His fingers are like the same length as Billy Barty's. Outstanding. Who's your favorite artist? Mobius. What Phantom thing? Phantom, well, some kind of, Laverne, it's some kind of Phantom Palooza going on this year where the band is playing the album and Paul's going to be here singing it. Kind of like they did a few years ago, but with less dead people. And it's going to be awesome. And I don't know, we tried to get the VIP or whatever, and it was, like, seriously, we were ready to get tickets. The second they went on sale, the tickets went on sale, we called, all VIP gone. So, you know, the entourage, everybody got it. But we're going anyways. We're going with Barry. Barry's coming, and Slim, and he's going to be there. So, yeah, we all like the Phantom. Anybody that's out there that doesn't know what Phantom of the Paradise is, I highly recommend going and get that movie. Brian De Palma's early film. And excellent music. We're going to do one of those songs for the Halloween party this year. Well, Holly, I hope you're going to be making it this year. What creative tool would I never live without? I guess my brain and a pencil. I guess the actual tool, pencil, and paper. I go nuts. I got to draw. You couldn't get tickets, Barb. Boo. Life at Last. No, it's not that one. What's my favorite piece of artwork I've ever done? Ooh, Marley. I don't know. You know I hate everything when it's finished anyways. That's why you got all those paintings. Oh, you're not going to be here. Oh, okay. Oh, well. We'll keep you updated. Maybe we should do a live thing for the party. Well, I just want to thank everybody that came in today to see me in my little hubble here. My toy room. This is my little world here. And thanks for coming by. And thanks for Drawn and Plaster for having me. This has been a great opportunity to share my little world here. Say bye to everybody. Hey, Tim. Nice to see you, buddy. Oh, I should have wore a turtleneck today. Are we still live? You're an amazing artist, Dad. Yoo-hoo! Thanks, baby. Thanks, Laverne. Me too. You too. Cool room. Corey, you'll have to come by. Come for Halloween this year. You know Murph and those guys. They'll all be here drunk as usual. I think I got to close the window to shut it down. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is it. See you guys. A lot of fun. We're going to do it again sometime. Bye-bye. Try to figure out how to do it.